Varför?
Ja, är det reklam också?
Mm.
Får du pengar då eller?
Är det reklam?
Är det reklam?
Mm.
Nu har du ju zoomat det lustigt här för oss, vet du.
Är det zoomat? Lustigt tycker du? Bra.
Jag vet inte. Lite svart på höger sida.
Jaha.
Men så länge vi har full picture så är jag i alla fall glad.
Men det är vit text när jag går utanför det här. Det är buggat på något vis. Jag ser inte det, man.
Nej, jag tror det är din konvertering till oss kanske.
Fan, kan man
I
göra också?
inställningen och se vad det är konverterat till. Eller är det samma resolution som du har?
Kan man göra detta då? Det där.
Det låter ju så mycket bättre idag i alla fall än vad det gjorde sist.
Alltså, det är bra.
Ja. Det är fan bra också.
Ja, du, jag vet inte, men jag kan ju prova att starta bara lite fort och se hur det ser ut i en game. Kanske är bara menyn som är konstig. Med tur.
Tror jag har haft liknande någon gång. Med den här svarta linjen där.
Start new game tar vi. Comfort mode on, jag vet inte vad det är.
Inte känna någon rädsla, hörru Börje.
Comfort, vi tar bort den då. Så. Start du, let's go. Det är svart fortfarande.
Mm. Det är det. Jag vet inte riktigt vad det där är.
Comfort mode. Normal. Ja. Eller man.
Och
Det kanske är
Harris
mindre
Bullard
gräs
was
än
found dead in his study 5 days ago. Nobody believes me, but I think he was murdered. This house in the middle of nowhere holds the secret. There's a story hiding here, and I'm going to cover it. If I'm right, there are 4 major suspects. Graham Wellington, Josie Herrera, Cynthia Peckman, Bobby Sawyer. I'm not leaving until I find out what happened.
Alright. Ja. Mm.
skönt det känns med att kunna läsa allt.
Så jag försöker läsa tycker jag, eller så jag bara var tyst. Kan du säga till henne att jag har läst färdigt?
Nej, jag tycker du borde läsa faktiskt.
Tycker du det? Ja, jag försöker då. Så säger jag. Gav ES, jag vet fan vad det betyder. Harris Ballard, a retired college teacher, was found dead in his home Monday. The body was discovered by Bobby Sawyer, who worked part-time for Ballard, running odd jobs. The police investigation has concluded that Ballard died of natural causes. He was 63. Ballard moved into his home on Rampo Way several years ago. I was rarely seen about town. He was a private and reclusive man who seemed to have few friends. Ballard raised eyebrows last year when a former student, a pretty young woman named Josie Herrera, moved in with him. Ballard's will, written in 1957, leaves his entire estate to his ex-wife, Kathia Packman. Packman will reportedly sell the house and its contents immediately. Harris was a genius in his discipline, said Graham Wellington, a former colleague. The field of neuroscience is considerably poorer without him. So, Harris Ballard, retired, vad står det? Jag vet inte. Found out in his study, police ruled death natural cause. Bobby Sawyer ran errands for Ballard, found the body. Josie Herrera, Ballard's vad står det? Life-in assistant. Kathia Packman, ex-wife, inheritor of Ballard's estate. Graham Wellington, former colleague of Ballard. See, nice key. Objectives.
Nice.
Investigate the crime scene. Okay. This drawer is missing its knob. I can't open it. Jävla tråkigt då. Alright, in and out, easy. Just have to find some evidence and get out of here. This story is going to get me out of this backwater town. No piano, it's blocking the way. I can't lift this stuff with one arm, even using the hand truck. They sure aren't wasting any time selling off Ballard stuff. These boxes are too heavy for me to move with one arm. Okay. Let's go to the crime scene then. Wait, this isn't the crime scene? Need to investigate the study. Alright. This looks weird. The small key unlocked the door. Ooh. Super ass bird. These books are by the same author, LoKo2k. It looks like one is missing. Okay. Dictionaries and language reference. It looks like a lot of these books aren't even in English. What's this? The Snow Woman, adapted from an original translation by LoKo2k. An old woman and his son climbed the mountain to collect firewood. It began to snow heavily, and unable to make it back home, they decided to pass the night in a small hut. In the middle of the night, the young man awoke to see that the door had blown open. A tall woman with long hair and white kimono was leaning over his father. blowing her breath upon him. When she saw that the son was awake, she said, "You are a handsome young man, so I will let you live. But if you ever speak of this to anyone, your life shall be forfeit." In the morning, the young man found his father frozen in bed, and he climbed down the mountain alone and never spoke of the episode. A year later, he met and married. A year later, he met and married a young, beautiful girl. They had children together and were happy. But the night of his father's death still weighed heavily on his mind. One night, after having a little bit too much to drink, the man told his wife about the encounter with the snow woman, and she was furious. "You promised not to tell," he screamed, and before his eyes she became the tall woman with long black hair and the white kimono. "If it were not for our children, I would end your life here and now. I will spare you for their sake, but if anything ever happens to them, you shall pay the price." And with that, she melted into the wind and was gone. Strange. I've never seen a map laid out like this. There's a spot marked with an X on it. There's an X indicator on the map. It X is over Japan. Not bad. Issues of the Journal of, what it says, Physiology, and a bunch of medical books with names I can't pronounce. Stupid ass words. A quantitative description of membrane current and its application to conduction and excitation in nerve by Hodgkin and Huxley. This is doctor stuff. I thought brother was some sort of engineer. Also difficult sounding medical books and journals. Oh, Japan. Okay. Ooh. What's this? It's a small box. Let's get a better look at it on the desk. One of the buttons is missing. No? No dial tone. It's a note with a foreign symbol on it. Underneath it reads North. Something's typed here, but the paper is so far in the feeder that I can't pull it out. Got it. Right, let's see. Writing about Ouija boards in 1852, William Benjamin Carpenter was the first to describe the phenomenon known as the ideomotor effect. Ideomotor effect occurs when the subconscious mind takes control of the body without the conscious mind realizing it. Ideomotor action is distinct from other forms of involuntary action because the responses are driven by existing knowledge and perception. And the Ouija board, Carpenter suggested, is a clear manifestation. The Participants unwittingly move the planchette because their subconscious mind is guiding them. Another example of this phenomenon is dosing, the practice of using a divining rod to locate water and other materials buried underground. The doser holds the instruments in both hands and allows it to lead him forward until it points down at the ground, seemingly by itself. For centuries, dosing was believed to be a form of magic or witchcraft, but we now know that it can be explained by the ideomotor effect. The doser's subconscious mind is highly sensitive and is able to recognize cues in the environment of which his conscious mind is not aware. When these cues hint at the location of water, the subconscious mind takes control of the doser's hand and causes him to rotate the rod to the ground. Since the conscious mind is not involved in this operation, the instrument seems to move on its own, pulled as if by by some magical force. In reality, it is the doser himself who is divining. The subconscious mind is responsible both for the detection of buried materials and for the motion of the rod. My research seeks direct access to the knowledge stored in the subconscious mind, complete, unfiltered linkage between the sensitive unconscious and the logical conscious. I call this state idiofocus. More fucking paper to read. Harris Ballard, I am woodcutter. Your past has caught up with you. It's over. Oh, that's a nice letter. Who is woodcutter? Woodcutter, threatening Ballard. Scissors. Fuck you. What's this? It looks like a tiny camera lens. Okay. Circular lens. Yo, something is after me. It's creeping around the house, trying to get in. I'm sure of it. I heard footsteps outside and creaking on the roof. It's not safe here. I've taken the idiofocus lenses from their normal locations and hidden them in my study. I've sent you a package that you'll know what to do with. Check the map for the mask. As usual, X marks the spot. Check the map for the mask. Harris, P.S. The sequence is west, east, north. West, east, north.
West, east, north.
Uh-huh. Ballard did something in this room. Very suspicious. This will be a great book from my opening paragraph. I got it, Nachigo. I think this is called a banker's lab. Quantum mechanics and functional analysis. Not exactly light reading. Okay. It's full of technical books. I wonder if Ballard's actually read them all. It's a weird looking mask. I think I've seen masks like this before. Maybe they are Japanese? It is. It kind of feels like they are looking at me. What did I see in this room? This mask makes me uncomfortable. Ballard had some pretty advanced degrees. This is one from the University of Chicago, 1935. Boy, I'd love to visit Chicago. This door is locked from the other side. There's no keyhole. GG. One of Bullard's diplomas. TV doesn't turn on. Guess it's broken. Oh, piece of crap. Oh. That's where it was laying around, slacking. This room is a regular library. Some of these volumes looks ancient. It's all covered in dust. Yeah. It's another lens. I found 2 of them. It's empty. Right. Hey. It's a picture of a woman. She's wearing a white kimono and standing in the snow. It's a record player. There's no record inside. Record player empty. Regular lamp. There's a page from a manuscript here. The man who could see with his skin. In 1926, I met a man who could see with his skin. His eyes were sealed with wax and bandaged, yet he remained aware of the room around him. We held up signs, which he could read, and fingers, which he counted, even when we stood behind him. After the performance, I gave him $200 for the secret. He explained that he could see as long as someone part of his could see as long as some part of his skin remained exposed to the air. Okay. He described it as a shift in the wind or a slight breeze on his face. The subtle motion of the hair on his arm. After years of focus and practice, he had developed the ability to form a mental image of his surroundings based only on these slight sensations. This man had achieved a form of idiofocus. Granted, he only had access to a very narrow range of sensory information, but the result was powerful. I was immediately resolved to discover the secret of his ability. Now, almost 4 decades later, I am very close. I am. I think we've gone through everything in this room. I don't see anything more. So we're missing a button there. We saw some sequence on the paper. And we got a scissor, so let's open the package in the hallway. See what's up. See what's up. Yeah, whoa, fuck. Freaky ass bitch. Press B. Inventory. Scissors. Yeah, we got a book. It's an old book. It says Quiet on the cover, whatever that means. The author is LoKo2k. Still haven't found a knob. Alright, rotate. Hey. I'm sitting in a spinning chair, Jiggle. Feels like I'm strangulating myself with the cable. Hey, that's weird. I could have sworn the TV was off. Oh, yeah. strange. Yeah, you seen a book there, yeah? Old book. I can't push the book all the way back. Feels like it's hitting something, right? But there's something jammed way back there. Yeah. It's a flat triangular wedge. There's some sort of foreign writing on it. Not bad. So let's go to this box. Wooden wedge. Hmm. Okay, so now we got all 4 buttons. Let's see what the sequence was. Hey, fuck. Just click. Uh, Select the document.
West, east.
West,
Oh.
east, north. West, east, north. And it's south or something. Or west, east, north. Let's see. West, east, north. West, north. Where am I standing wrong? West, east, north. Oh, okay. Oh fuck, that was ugly. A monkey with some glasses. I see the lenses fit into the masked eye sockets. It's like a weird pair of goggles. Yeah, you can say that. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, fuck me. What's that? Who was that? Yeah. There's something more in this painting. There was a page taped to the back. Okay. Josie, if you're reading this note, then something must have happened to me. I may be dead or missing. If so, you are the only person who can save our research. The truth is that I'm being threatened. It started before I left the college. I get notes every few months from somebody calling himself Woodcutter. What he wants is access to our research. He wants me to turn over our plans for the lunar dream apparatus. Josie, my life is in danger. Woodcutter knows things, secret things about my past that nobody should know. I'll not yield to simple blackmail, but lately the threats have escalated. I am sure that I'm being watched at the house. I sometimes hear things on the other side of the wall. Yesterday, with the mask on, I thought I saw somebody reaching for me. It's a warning from my subconscious. I am no longer safe here. I've locked our research away in the safe upstairs. I want you to retrieve it and leave. Destroy everything before you go. Burn the house down if you have to. Just get the research and get out of here. Head for the big city where it's easy to hide. I'm counting on you, Joe. Don't let our work fall into their hands. Harris Bullard. Blackmailed by Woodcutter, yeah? Cutter. Primary suspect. Josie Herrera. Ordered by Bullard to destroy their research and split. Okay. I knew there was more to the story. Whatever Bullard was mixed up in, I bet there's evidence in that safe. Detectives investigate the crime scene done. Who is Woodcutter? Open the safe upstairs. Got it? So how do we get upstairs? Still locked? Mm-hmm.
There's still one more door outside as well, remember?
Oh yeah. My hunch was right. Bullard's death in this is definitely fishy. Better stop and review my notes. But we did nowhere. Where's Bullard's body was found by? Oh shit, I don't remember his name.
It was from
It was some dude, Bobby or something.
Bobby Sawyer, I think.
That's it, yeah. Oh,
Either Graham or Bobby. Yeah, okay.
so says it. Bobby ran all jobs for Ballard. Could he have done it? He certainly had the opportunity. Hmm? Ballard was scared. He worried about losing his secret research, his money, his friends, his home. I guess secret research.
Yep.
Yeah. Blackmail. I knew this would be a scoop. Somebody wanted Bullard's research. He must have been ill for it. Ballard was being blackmailed by Woodcutter. Yep. That's it. Woodcutter. What is that supposed to mean? This is the kind of juicy detail I came here to find. Okay, to sell this story I need some real evidence. Let's go check out that safe upstairs. Alright, let's go. Okay. No more freaky shit going on. Hopefully. No ghosts. I'm scared. Fuck. Noise. Ooh, I see a shadow. Left or right? What do I know? Let's follow the ghost. What it's up to. Nothing better. No friends in the mirror? Yeah. Press X or button is X. Something pulsating in the corner? Oh fuck! Serious? You see that?
Oh my god.
Oh jeez. It's just staring at me. Fuck you looking at, man? Yeah.
It's like The Exorcist.
Yeah. There are pieces of torn up photos here. Like, puzzle this shit together. Didn't you put pieces? It's an old photo of two men on a ship. James Lowry and Harris Ballard. USS X. What did they say? USS Essex, 1943.
Okay.
Oh. Everything in the drawers has been packed up already. Okay. Nothing to see. This stuff. Another paper. Harris Ballard, I am Woodcutter. I know your secret. James Lowry sends his regards. Lowry. This woodcutter's character is my prime suspect. I bet his blackmail scheme went south, so he killed Ballard. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a safe. Here's the safe, but it's locked. Objectives: find the safe combination. There's no way I can open this safe without the combination. I'll have to come back later. Fine. This room is like a tomb. The air is so stale and I can barely breathe. Okay. H. Ballard. Daily log, November 2, 1964. We did a test run of the idiofocal lenses today. At first we did not know how to interpret the results, but now I believe they are working better than we had anticipated. Instead of an unfiltered stream of sensory information, what we are seeing is a subconscious memory. The lenses distort in response to visual stimuli that the wearer has some knowledge of. They see what my conscious mind cannot. Josie proposed that what we are really doing is mining dreams. Dreams are, after all, a form of idiofocus, the time when the subconscious comes forward and shows us truths that we might not otherwise recognize. What we are striving for is unrestricted access to dream thought. As a control, what's that word? What?
Sorry.
Mnemonic? Mnemonic? The mask works pretty well. I could tell that Josie was dubious at first, but now she understands subconscious thought is potentially dangerous to the subject. We will need a physical object to enable the mind to compartmentalize, providing the wearer with some degree of cognitive protection. A permanent augmentation will require a much larger apparatus. We will need some other kind of focus mnemonic. Weird fucking word. To have the brain control the deluge of dream information it will receive. Something large and ubiquitous. Fuck is this? Ubiquitous? The moon, perhaps. Lenses in this weird mask dream thought the moon. Can we see the moon?
I don't know, but I've thought about something.
Huh?
Remember in the beginning, in one of the earlier pages, it said, always follow the X,
Yeah.
but it also said, always follow the mask.
The mask and X.
Right.
Does this do the mask?
That could be it, you know?
Yeah. Like an insect sitting there. Ballard's bad. Everything is boxed up and ready to move out. Yeah. The bedside table has been emptied already. No useful evidence here, just boxes of clothes. Yeah. There's a page hidden behind these boxes. Right. H. Ballard, Daily Log, April 9, 1964. Woodcutter sent me another note today. He knows things nobody should know, secrets I buried 20 years ago. He knows about James Lorry. It's impossible, but somehow he knows. I can tell he's getting closer to me. His notes are mailed from the Gov post office. And last night I could swear I heard somebody moving around outside. I haven't been this scared since Chicago. I need to be patient. He's going to have to reveal himself to me at some point. If he wants my research, he'll have to wait until it's completed. I don't believe in ghosts. When I find him, I will kill him. Woodcutter. Or local to go. Something knocked over this lamp.
So after the footage, we noticed that the woodcutter have or know something about Bullard and James. No, Howlery.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, do you see that hand?
Mm-hmm. Pulsating. Look, bro.
It might say reporter on my desk, but I spend most of my time at the Standard making coffee for my editor. I'm tired of writing the gossip column. This story is my shot at the big leagues. When I prove that Bullard was murdered, all the big papers will come calling. I'll finally escape this backwater town. This is it. The chance I've been waiting for.
Hey, the hand's gone. Weird. Wanna see the monkey do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what this is. It's a plate with a circular dial. Circular dial. This weird thing. Pile of wood for the fireplace.
Well, is that something we can put on the... Wait, it had a hole in it. Like the
This one, yeah.
the record player thing.
Oh yeah, maybe. Might fit in there. Some paper, another document. Mantle. Ah, I can't read this. March 26, 1958. Harris. How was your conference in Chicago? I can just imagine you. The fuck does it say? Prancing through the streets like Gene Kelly, swinging on lamp posts and declaring yourself to be
Of such...
of such grand importance. Did you remember your lines? Was the audience rep? Nah, fuck. Oh my dear Harris, did you find a little chickadee to take back to your hotel this time? Chickadee.
What's chickadee?
Chickadee, huh? While you were gone, I had old Sam come over and change the locks. You left a few things here, which I have relocated. Relocated to the curb for convenient pickup. I do admit that a few of your possessions may have ended up in the street, but in all honesty, they do not look out of place there. You remember the last thing you said to me, Harris? It was almost in passing as you slammed the door, but I heard it very clearly. You said you haven't got the guts. Well, I do have the guts, you rat. And I'm throwing you your scabby things and these last 6 wasted years of my life into the rubbish bin. I catch you around here again. I will alert the police with the sound of my shotgun. Forever yours, Cynthia. Nice one. Cynthia Packman. Rebelled out of their place. Divorce ensued.
So there might be stuff in the trash bin if we find one.
Yeah. Good call. Unless this is his new place. But why would he keep the ladder?
Okay, so this is not their home, you mean?
I don't know, maybe it is. Otherwise it must have happened really recently, like he was thrown out and he went back home and he got killed and... I don't know. She did threaten him with shotgun, but he didn't have any shotgun wounds.
Right.
Hello. Not much of interest. Doesn't seem to be a lot in the wardrobe. Nothing in there, nothing there. That chair looks pretty comfortable, but I don't have time to rest. What's this? Hero says helicopter may win Vietnam War. Da Nang, South Vietnam. Medal of Honor winner from Kansas said today the helicopter may win the war in South Vietnam. Marie May Douglas Big Tom Thompson, 39, of Fortuna, won the nation's highest military award during World War II, manning a bazooka in Iwo Jima. Major Thompson is attached to the Marine Helicopter Squadron, operating along the coast and northern border of South Vietnam. Thompson's father lives in Wichita, yes, as a leatherneck. Thompson destroyed 16 Japanese strongpoints and killed 75 Japanese on Iwo Jima in 1945. He is the only Medal of Honor winner currently serving in Vietnam. The most effective weapon the Viet Cong use is terror. The big pipe-smoking Marine said the most effective one against them is the helicopter. Windows painted shut, or what did it say? I'm still thinking about the moon, but I couldn't see anything. Oh fuck, yeah, there it is.
Oh, we found it?
No, for something else.
Oh, snap.
Our friend.
Okay, maybe there is something in there.
Wanna check the paper first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go. What do we have here? Well. Dear diary, today is an anniversary. It was 5 years ago today that I found Dad's name on an old research paper at the UOC he had written in 1933, 8 years before I was born. I didn't know he had gone to college. I'd never really thought about his life. It was just a name on my birth certificate. Dad ran out on Mom after the war. He had gone off to fight and just never came back. When he stopped writing Mama, I thought he'd been killed. I remember her crying. at the kitchen table. The war ended. Okay. Life went on. Mama died without ever finding out what had happened to him. I used to hate him. Hated the idea of him. Hated my mother a little bit too. I figured that was just a deadbeat who ditched Mama because he didn't want a kid. But when I found his name on the library, something changed. I couldn't stop thinking about him. Deadbeat dads don't study physics, do they? What is he doing now? What does he look like? Is he married to somebody else? I traced him here to Kansas, but finding him is taking longer than I had expected. Josie Herrera came to Kansas to look for her father. Hmm. You think Harris is her father?
Could
Maybe?
be. Yeah.
Found something. Oh. Bobby, here's your latest chapter all typed up. I think this story becoming very interesting, and I'm sure you'll get it published. Hope you don't mind, but I made a few edits and inserted a few details here and there. I'm looking forward to your next chapter, though. The Crystal Cave by Bobby Sawyer, Chapter 3. Fuck, am I gonna read an entire book? Nothing Bobby. I'm gonna read it. I have to find it again. Joe's diary? 105? But that wasn't the diary, was it?
No, it was.
Letter from Cynthia? No. Daily logs? Profiles? Web? Newspaper clipping? Blackmail? Note? Research? The Crystal Cave. Yeah, that's it, right? Chapter 3. Your latest chapter. Okay, let's see. The Crystal Cave by Bobby Sawyer. Chapter 3. The man had been dead for hours when they found him. He had crawled halfway up Sarah Johnson's porch steps before coming to rest just outside the door, his feet dangling off the edge like spaghetti that somebody had cooked too long. Old Sarah just about kneeled over when she saw him. The man was inked, weird lines crisscrossed every inch of his skin, like Indian war paint. Even his eyelids were marked. The tattoos made him look like some African shaman out of National Geographic, except that he was white and was wearing work overalls, 2 sizes too big. Jimmy, the only cop on duty at 6 in the morning, thought maybe the man had escaped from a chain gang. Jimmy was never the sharpest tool in the shed. Detective Henderson thought he's as smart as a whip. He had photos taken of the body, all naked and everything. He put the pictures up on his wall at the little station in the middle of town and started moving them around, turning them this way and that, until the tattoo edges started to line up. Took him 3 days, but he put it together just like a jigsaw puzzle, until the thick lines all connected to the thin lines, and the overall shape became clear. Would you believe in it? It was a map. When the coroner cut the man open, he found his insides were the corona. Sides were all twisted into the same map. And when they sawed into the man's bone, they found a map there too, etched into the marrow like rings on a tree stump. Well, that's how we first found our way to the cave. Weird. Yeah. Must be Josie Herrera's room. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so hey. Something is holding the lid closed.
Yeah,
There's
we
a
can
small
put that
diamond.
thing.
Yeah. Little thingy.
And there's another hand as well that you can see later on.
Ah, cool. Yeah, so let's see. Okay. There we go. Oh, there's a knob. Nice.
Nice, good job.
Small knob. Dear diary. Today Dr. Ballard and I built the chassis for his new weather device. It's weird, as usual. I don't really get why we're building it, but Dr. Ballard doesn't explain things. Tomorrow I need to go buy some bottles for the base. Today was Mama's birthday. She would have been 54. I bet she would have liked the work I'm doing now. I hope she's proud somewhere. I had the nightmares again last night. It's been over a year since I had it last. But it never changes. I've written about it over and over, but the writing seems to help, so I'll tell you about it again. I'm 5 years old in our apartment in Chicago. It's dark. I've gotten out of bed to get some water, but I hear something coming from Mama's room. I peek in and see a tall man standing over her. He has his hands around her neck. He's breathing hard, and in the cold night air I can see his breath. It streams out of his mouth like smoke and seems to cover her. There isn't any breath coming from Mama. She's already dead, but he continues to squeeze. When I was a kid I thought the dream would go away. When I grew up, it hasn't. It's weird. Rats in the safe combination isn't here. I'm pretty sure I saw a drawer with a missing knob. Yep, we did. Anything else in? No, I don't see shit. Okay, the hand. Let's see what's.
Bill told me to cover Bullard's death, but he's just looking for gossip about the young assistant. But I took it seriously, did the research, followed every lead, like a real journalist would. It paid off. I found something everybody else missed. A note, a half-thought, scribbled in the margins of the coroner's draft report. It read, "Hypothermia in summer?"
I don't remember seeing that red letter. Am I retarded? You? Coroner's report? Do we? Oh, okay. But we haven't read this. Coroner's report. Subject Harris William Ballard, 8 years.
Yeah.
Date and time of death. On or about September 18, 1965. Date and time of report September 21 or 21st, 1965. 9:25. Yeah. An autopsy performed at Logan Hospital by Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Winters. Cause of death: failure of the pancreas due to age. The subject was found approx 2 days after death. Notable aspects of remains: levity Elevated glucose evident in bloodstream. Small lesions on inner lining of stomach. Blood under fingernails. Evidence of significant dehydration. Summary of findings: subject suffered shock from pancreatic failure and was incapacitated for some time before dying. Investigating officer Daniel J. Winters. Wilson moved in with Ballards last year after he retired. Busybodies had field day. Did we check the wardrobe? Yeah, we did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go back out. Oh, fuck. Who is that? Yeah. Run, okay. Holy fuck. The beds. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, ballsack.
Hide in the closet?
What am I doing? Oh shit. Oh my god. Hide in the closet, I didn't. That
Oh
end.
shit.
Fuck. Skabliet. Ending S, ending A, ending B, ending C, ending B. Okay. Continue. Okay. Oh,
If the closet doesn't work, if there's another door you could run into
really?
as well.
Oh, I'm gonna close my eyes, I don't wanna see this.
Okay, it worked. Nice.
No, I don't think so. Oh, no, fuck you. Oh.
Oh my god. Wow. You could try the other door, I guess.
Suppose we'll have to. Fucking bitch. Took a bleed. Maybe jump out of the window? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. The window, yeah, fuck off. There we go. Yeah, what happened? Eh?
You're outside right now, yeah?
It's snowing. Or something, or she hallucinating?
You just like the story?
Maybe put on them uncle glasses. Don't. Yeah. What the fuck?
What's that light?
I'm not sure. Okay. This feels like the right way. Don't say shit. I recognize this. I'm getting turned around. I'm getting closer, I feel it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
No. Hello, monkey. What is going on here? I don't understand. No, me neither. Yeah, okay. Is this a smart idea? Oh, fuck off. I don't wanna go. Nej.
What
Nej,
is this
lägg av.
place?
Oh, I don't know. Hello? Kabliet? Bye.
Sorry.
No problem. Hmm? Now
So-
I... Okay. Axe. This axe is stuck so deep in the ground that I can't get it out with one arm. Fucking useless. So what then?
Looks like a very big axe.
Leave. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't let the man in the raincoat scare me off. I get my story. And one busted arm and can't do shit. I'm not leaving until I figure out what's going on. But I know what's going on. I'm gonna get fucking killed. Says Dr. Ballard. I followed your instructions to calibrate the Tempest prognosticator. Your concern was correct. The bottles must be placed from heaviest to lightest to produce accurate results. The actual weight depends on the leech used. I have to recalibrate every time we want to take a reading. Also note that the recalibration is required if the battery in the base dies, or the device works as intended. Once the model is aligned precisely with the moon, it may then be used to start the lunar dream apparatus safely.
So it's from the heaviest to the lightest every time.
Objectives. Who is woodcutter? Open the safe upstairs, find a safe combination, calibrate the device. Oh, fuck. There, oh shit. Let's see. Chapter 4. The subconscious mind. The human brain is at some level, not unlike the pot that produces my coffee every morning. The water I pour into it is infused with quantities of the roasted bean. The grounds themselves do not pass through the lift filter, but the liquid that collects in the carafe is no longer simple water. It has been permanently altered. Every part of my body is a sensitive instrument. My skin, my eyes, my muscles, my tongue. If I am a coffee pot, this stream of physiological information in the water, and my conscious mind is the coffee in the coffee, and the sheave, the filter that makes the drink. Vad fan står det? It's the subconscious mind. Det är väldigt, jag måste pausa. Bye bye. Hallå?
Jo.
Fan gjorde de min kontroll? Där var det.
We had Chris here asking about the game, but I don't think he's on anymore.
Aha, okej. There we go. Let's see. Another hand.
Marguerite Higgins is my hero. She won a Pulitzer for her reporting in Korea. I went to college because of her. She goes to war zones, marches with the troops. Nothing scares her, and she gets the story. Marguerite Higgins doesn't run from a juicy story just because her life is in danger. Neither will I.
Another piece of paper. November 15, 1960. Dear Harris, I read in the paper today that you received a special award from the college for groundbreaking research. I'm writing to wish you my sincere congratulations. I've said some things that I regret, but today I wish only to extend good wishes to you and to your future endeavors. You know the scene in North by Northwest when Cary Grant disrupts an art auction? He makes nonsensical bids until the police are called to haul him away. I saw it last summer at the cinema we used to drive to in Logan. It was lonely to go alone, but that scene made me smile. My life feels like that sometimes. I poke my head up and say something crazy every now and then, just on the what? Off chance that somebody will take me away from all this. I'm no Cary Grant. I'm afraid. I would like to hear from you. Please write me back. Sincerely, Cynthia. Mrs. Ballard? It's a strange device with valves at the top. There are slots for small balls, right? Looks like a piece of paper. Can I take it up? What's this? The door is stuck. There are electronics inside, and it looks like better. H. Ballard, Daily Log, June 11th, 1965. Using the moon as a trigger for the lunar dreams apparatus has its problems. The moon must be full or nearly so. The night must be clear, and the process must be started at a very specific time to ensure that the moon is visible from inside the chamber. Josie's been following weather reports and using lunar charts to try to predict days for ideal test conditions, but it's an error-prone process. The data we get back from the weather service just isn't precise enough. Today I hit upon the solution. We'll build our own weather device. In fact, we can base it on an exceedingly accurate design from a century ago. The Tempest prognosticator. I'll have to make some modifications for our purpose, of course. I'm sure that with some tuning, we can build a device that responds exactly to our weather needs. then we'll need to get some leeches. Built a strange device to track the phases of the moon.
Did you see that there's numbers and such on the device there?
Numbers? I didn't think about it.
Letters and stuff.
Alright, yeah, you're right. Some bottle, 1 and 2. Bottle marked with the letter B. There's a leech inside. Yeah, it's strange.
So we will have to maybe tune this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ring. Hey, you hear that? I was playing the piano. Fireplace has been used recently. In the summer? Portrait of Ballard. It's like he's looking at me. Maybe he is. Oh, lol. Cool.
So Ballard seems to be the guy with the devil's mask. Oh wow.
That was pretty fucking badass. Oh shit. You see, there were some strange icons.
Yeah, there was 2 things. Something underneath or in the yeah, there, and then you had something on the floor as well, I think. Behind you.
Fireplace poker. Let's poke this shit. Oh, maybe better to use a broom. There we go. It's a series of faint symbols. Yeah. Star, circle, and square. Right. I'm gonna reach over and see anything. The Crystal Cave by Bobby Sawyer, Chapter 8. Oh my god. The passage continued downward. A steep slope like we were going down a hill. The smooth crystal didn't give our feet purchase, and we were trying our best not to slip. It was dark as night, but the light from our helmets reflected strangely from the walls, making them dance blue. Once or twice I thought I saw a flicker in the glass, but it was just a trick of the light. It was cold down there. None of us was wearing a jacket. It dawned on us that we had come totally unprepared. A few hours before we had been whooping and shouting, excited by the crazy angels that cut the crystal entrance out of the cave wall. Sure that we'd found something that was going to make us rich. Now we walked in silence. Henderson's face wore a hard, determined look. Johnson's was all suspicion. Jimmy just looked scared, his skin pale and his eyes wide. I opened my mouth to say something to him, then shut it. Either we'd find a way out, or we'd die. down here. All there was to it was then that Johnson screamed. You know, another hand.
Dad took me to Wichita once before he died. We drove for 4 hours to get there, ate hamburgers, and watched a movie. Then we went home. He never explained, just told me to get in the car. I guess he knew he was going to die.
Harris Bullard, Daily Log, May 24th, 1962. Cynthia called me today. She sounded drunk. Sometimes I think she calls just to get a rise out of me. I maintained my calm this time, declined her invitation to meet, and told her in no uncertain terms that if she was looking for money, she had best look elsewhere. And now I'm going to get drunk myself. Graham came by the office this morning. He had a strange-looking envelope. It was addressed to me, but had been pushed under his door. It bore no return address, just a single word, woodcutter. I had to run to class and haven't had a chance to open it yet, but something about it makes me uncomfortable. I hope it's not another love letter from a student. Graham is a weasel. He's never stepped foot in the lab or run an experiment, but he makes it sound like he's the brains behind the whole program. Without me, he'd be a washed-up theorist with nothing to his name. Harris Ballard wants nothing to do with Cynthia. Thinks little of Wellington. National recognition for local college. Washington, D.C., the National Academy of Science announced its annual picks for leaders in Science Academy on Wednesday. Among the recipients of this prestigious award was our own Oakley College in Logan. The college won recognition for a controversial research paper published by the school's small neuroscience department last year. We are very proud to have our work recognized in this way, said Dr. Graham Wellington, chair of the Oakley's Brain. Chair of the Oakland's Brain Studies program. We are a very small program, focused on areas of research that the big schools ignore. We applaud the Academy of Science for giving us the chance to prove ourselves. The award-winning paper, authored by Wellington and Dr. Harris Ballard, was written in 1962 but only published last year, titled Accessing Subconscious Waves Through Twisted Pair Electroencephalography. Oh my fucking god. Longest word yet.
It's okay.
Electroencephalography, I don't know. A highly technical paper caused some controversy in the neuroscience community and was ridiculed by many experts in the field. The paper was the source of some local tumult as well. This paper was written entirely by Dr. Ballard, said one Oakley student who did not wish to give his name. Wellington just put his name on it and took all the credit. Ballard, who retired, from the school last year could not be reached for comment. Graham Willington, claim credit for a research paper that Ballard wrote. Yes. Sheet music is scattered all over the floor. Was Ballard a musician? I didn't know that. Work order, September 24th, 1965. Invoice number, River, ordered by packing labor, transportation, storage, River, zeros. Notes, client wishes to keep large items piano unpacked for sale at auction. Do not pack contents of guest bedroom. Second floor, left side. Not owned by client. Client is still looking for key to first floor study. Will provide by 9/26. All expensive looking items are to be packed separately for immediate sale.
So there's a package of, or there's some contents on the left room, like the guest room then?
Oh yeah, I think it's her stuff,
Mm.
on the safe. We've already been there, I guess. We need to find a combination. And let's see what else.
I don't know if we were really on the left room. We were mainly in the right room. We just went out the window in one of the rooms, didn't we?
We started with we started with the right room, didn't we?
Yeah, and the left room seemed to be the guest room. Did we ever go in there?
Yeah, I think so. We
Oh,
put the
okay.
circular thing on the chest there, and we found the knob in the chest.
Yeah, okay, so I just thought it was in the right room then. Oh,
You could probably pry these floorboards up with the right tool. That weird sound it made, I thought it was the door first, and then I looked out there and the door looks open. If I can get this poker wedge under a board, maybe I can pry it open. Hidden space under the floorboards.
maybe on the other side then? Oh, lol, you got it. Never mind.
Okay, oh, another combination. Magnum. Hey, it's this. You remember the combination we found?
Was it star, circle, square? Or?
Could have been. Let's see. Star, circle, square. Ah, yeah, nice. Oh, there's a key and a combination. Left 20, right 50, left 10 again. Old key. Bill, I owe you many thanks for forwarding my request to the New York Times. I think we have the opportunity to tell one of the great science stories of the 20th century and make a considerable sum in the process. The time is great first step. The Times is a great first step. When we are finished, I want to have headlines written about me on the front page of every paper in the country. The key to our success is Harris Ballard's brain research. He has discovered something fundamental about the operation of subconscious brainwaves, and I believe that he will soon harness this knowledge to build a device whose object is to make man superhuman. Our first ask is to procure this device before Ballard can publicize it, and my plans for accomplishing that are already in motion. Once the device is in my hands, I am confident that I can reproduce and improve upon his work. That, Mr. Mitchell, is where you come in. An invention of this magnitude must not be consigned to the boneyard, the academic journal. It deserves praise and recognition from the common man, who will make it the story of the year, and then we will sell the technology to those rich enough to meet our price. For now, we wait for Ballard to finish the device, then we will make our move. I look forward to your continued cooperation in this mutually beneficial partnership. Best regard, Graham Wellington. Inspiring to steal Ballard's research. Find a safe combination. Yeah. And was there anything more in this room we can check out, I think?
Fair enough.
I don't see anything. Okay, so we got one more room to check out, I think, this one.
Behind the crime... Oh yeah. We also have this door behind the crime scene, right?
Right, yeah. Maybe we can reach it from here then. Yeah, we can. Somebody was in a rush to pack this shit up. The cupboard's been mostly emptied. Ready to go? Yeah. Got some pans, they haven't been packed very well. Stove is clean, probably works. Yeah. Not see anything. United States. No, what the fuck is that? Patent? Office. Eyewear with electromagnetic. Abstract of the disclosure. A pair of goggles is provided with, which includes a metal strip, battery, and lenses. An assembly which, when placed over the eyes so that it rests against the head, permits the metal strip to touch the skin just above the left ear and crossing the forehead to touch the skin above the right ear as well. The function of the metal strip is to detect upon contact electromagnetic impulses from the brain and to transmit them to the lenses. Lenses are created from a glass material. Reference open edition, serial number Rebel, file April 12, 1957. That is made to alter its refraction of light based on electromagnetic impulses received from the metal strip and amplified by the battery. This invention relates to the visualization of electromagnetic activity in the brain, and more particularly the creation of visual patterns based on the neural activity of the subconscious. Ooh. The coffee can. That's frozen shut. I can hear something rattling around inside. Really?
We
Bobby,
don't have any item to open it, right?
the coffee can thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see, Bobby, here's the list of the supplies this week. I know you're angry that I haven't paid in a month, but please wait a little bit longer. I have some money coming up and I'll be able to pay you soon. Bean, cigarettes, tonic water, white bread, butter, eggs, copper wire, repeat, solder, spool, vinyl tape, gasoline, diamond, beaches, as many as you can get alive. Well, Father owed him money. Harris Ballard, I am woodcutter. You will complete your research and then hand it to me, or we can discuss the South Pacific in 1944.
Okay, so do you think the woodcutter is the person working with the other guy that wanna steal the work of bullets?
Hmm. It might be. Sounds like this douche. What's his name?
Graham or something?
Graham. I think so. What's this? Blackmailers, research. Profiles. Yeah, here we go. Might be this douche. Graham. Clinton. Or they
Yeah,
are
yeah,
working together.
yeah, exactly. He seemed to work with someone at least, and he wanna steal that.
Yeah. Full of dishes. Hmm. It's getting dark outside.
Well, that's good. Then we're closing into the weather we might need.
Yeah.
We needed a
January.
clear sky, full
Mm,
moon.
mm, mhm. 1961. Dear Harris, Happy New Year. I suppose I am wasting my time by writing you again, but the new year always makes me think about the past. I was very upset when you did not respond to my last letter. I was told that you refused my calls at the college. And I understand that you are still angry, and for that I cannot fault you. But unlike you, I have gotten past our little what the fuck say? Not now. I have grown to see it as the inevitable terminus of our relationship, something that had to happen sooner or later. Like spilt milk, as they say, it's not worth crying over. But I do have a request. I will make it plain. Harris, I need money. Some of my investments went bad last year, and I with Kennedy in the White House soon. The others will certainly what? Jail you? Fail you?
He will certainly fail you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You may hate me now, but I cannot believe you will consign me to a life of poverty. Somewhere deep down inside you, under that mask you wear in your daily life, I know you must still feel something for me. Please say you'll help me, just this once. Put down the mask and trust your feelings. Humbly, and sincerely, Cynthia. Hmm. Over Ballard, I wants money for gambling debts. Gambling? Let's smack on the glasses, see what else we can find. Oh. There's a bowl. Bowl. Letter D.
Okay, letter D. It's good. We can maybe apply it on the device or something, I don't know.
Hmm.
So, look at the items again. It look like the can is... We have to get this one open, I guess.
I can put it somewhere.
So maybe we can heat it somehow.
Hmm. Maybe.
Maybe on the stove, sink.
Doesn't seem like it
Oven.
won't.
Okay.
Anything else in here?
Go over to the sink once and see. Or the oven.
Let's see. We've checked this one. So let's see. The sink done, you say? Oh yeah. Here we go. Looks like a blank sheet of paper. It's there something special about it. Fuck's sake, another stupid ass paper.
Sorry.
I found a blank page inside the coffee can. Oh, okay.
Can we use like the eyesight on it? In the menu? Like the lenses?
Yeah, maybe.
What happens if you turn on the mask and then enter the menu?
Didn't work.
Okay.
Immediately exit. Weird. Maybe I can put the paper somewhere.
Yeah.
Put it on the fucking desk. No? Well, guess there's nothing more to see here. How many doors?
Unless we have to use the paper in here as well, but... I don't
Okay.
know.
Use the old key to unlock the door.
Nice.
Oh. Nasty shit. The Crystal Cave by Bobby Sawyer, Chapter 14. We rounded the corner and Johnson stopped dead. Like he'd been given an electric shock. I about ran into him, cursing before I heard it. From somewhere far ahead, deep in the darkness, somebody was singing. A woman's voice. It echoed off the crystal walls, and then seemed everywhere at once. The song was so faint. I listened hard but couldn't make out the words. The melody was odd, ghost-like. It was definitely a person singing. Johnson turned and looked at me. I didn't say anything. We both understood somebody was down there. Somebody who must know the way out. We were saved. We broke into a run then. We broke into a run. Then Johnson rattling his arms as we tried to cross the forest of crystal. Scrambling over translucent beams of amethyst. Big as fallen redwoods. I slipped, hit the smooth surface hard. Got up again. We followed the woman's voice deeper and deeper into the cave. Jimmy got to the plateau first. I could tell before I made the rise that something was wrong. In the middle of the mesa was a sort of hatch, like something off the deck of a submarine. It was round and made of steel, and sticking out of it was a metal locking wheel. A woman's song drifted up from it like smoke. I looked back at Johnson as I grasped the handle. He was out of breath, still clutching his wrist where his hand had been, trying to keep the cloth torn tight around the stump. He nodded and gave it a turn. I guess the leeches are recent addition. The tub is full of leeches. This is disgusting.
I love leeches.
Put them in the frying pan. See, noodle bowl. Letter A. Cereal. Empty bowls. Real nice. All winter increases risk of exposure. Kansas City, yes. With temperatures below 20 for most of the state. Experts warn that deaths from hypothermia are on the rise. Several deaths have already been attributed to the cold this year, including 2 hikers from south of Ottawa and a man in Wichita. December is one of the deadliest months, said Charles Manning, Chief Medical Examiner at Ottawa PD. People don't realize how cold it's gotten and go out unprepared. Profound hypothermia occurs when a person's core body temperature drops below 90 Fahrenheit. However, scientists do not yet understand why the deep cold kills some people and spares others. According to Manning, men at greater risk than women, and the cold is particularly dangerous for thin people. Identifying death by hypothermia can be a challenge, said Manning. If the victim is found in the snow with his cloth half off, and we know that sometimes bodies aren't recovered. Until much later, often without a mark on them. Scientists do not understand why some victims of hypothermia remove their clothing, a phenomenon called paradoxical undressing, while others do not. Last March, the body of a 30-year-old woman who had been missing for several days was found near Topeka. After failing to identify the cause of death, the coroner chalked it up to exposure to the elements. The easiest way to stay safe is to not go out alone in the cold, especially at night, said Manning. If you must go out, make sure that other people know where you're headed and dress warmly. If you're in a car accident, stay in the car. Don't try to hoof it to the next town or on your own. Oh fuck. You see that?
Mm.
It's a flashlight. It doesn't have any batteries. Drop the soap. Towels are clean and pressed. But it's a lot newer than the house itself. Harris Ballard, Daily Log, January 8th. 1957. As I sat idly by the window today, watching the snow slowly covering the fields, I remembered the story of the snow woman. I first encountered it in a thin volume of Japanese folk tales that somebody loaned me at the base in Yokohama, and a decade later it is the only story from that collection that I recall. The Snow Woman is a fascinating character. She is a monster, murderer, a force of nature, yet she has human qualities as well. Having fallen in love with a young man, she spared his life in order that she may appear to him later in another form and marry him. By telling her of his father's death, the man breaks a contract, but it's not just a contract between the man and the snow woman, it's a contract with the universe itself. It is what binds her to the moral plane, allowing her to live as a human with the man she loves. By breaking his promise, he has destroyed her life. She is no longer able to remain with him, or with her family, even if she should want to. It is no wonder she is angry.
If Woodcutter killed Bullard, he was pretty sneaky about it. No marks on the body, no sign of a struggle. Coroner ruled it was pancreatic failure. How do you kill a man without leaving a mark on him? And why return to the scene of the crime?
Johnson City, Texas President Johnson boned upon reports and correspondence at the LBJ ranch today, pending our arrival of cabinet office officials for a wide-ranging review of defense and foreign problems. Defense Secretary Roberts S. McNamara and Deputy Defense Secretary Cyrus R. Vance were due to arrive by Jetstar at 3 p.m. And would remain overnight at the ranch. Saigon, South Vietnam, the Vietnam mounted an assault on the Bien Hoa airport in Saigon on November 1st. Washington has yet to comment on the impact of the attack on U.S. operations in Vietnam. Nashuba County MS 18 men arrested by the FBI in connection with the murder of 3 civil rights workers are still awaiting formal charges from the state. The men alleged to be members of the Ku Klux Klan are accused of murdering James Chaney, Andrew Woodman, and Michael Schwerner with the operation of the local police. The 3 activists were visiting the area to investigate the burning of a church. Entertainment. The Supremes' Baby Love remains at the top of the charts this week, followed closely by Oh Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. At the movies, The Outrage opened this week. Paul Newman, Lawrence Harvey, and Claire Bloom star. So much fucking nonsense. Lol. Shouldn't I pick up some leeches and put them in the bottles?
Yeah, I was thinking about
Oh, there we go.
maybe.
I need to find all 4 bottles first, it says.
Okay.
Okay.
And also there's a book up there. No, never mind. That's a soap.
So, don't
That's where you
drop
go
it.
read.
Yeah. So what's behind this door? It's unlocked, yeah. Okay, now we're back here. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I should go back and through the... I don't know which doors. Got. Let's see. Let's check this one first. The handle turns, but the door won't open. Something is blocking it on the other side.
Okay.
Ooh, balls. It's pitch black down there. Not worth risking a fall with the broken arm. I need to find the light. I did have the flashlight, but no batteries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
The
maybe...
battery. There was one battery in that thingy, you know.
Oh yeah, right. Let's head back.
But what about the paper here, though?
The
Is it something
paper?
we have to? Yeah. What could you use the paper with?
Oh yeah, I have no idea. Oh, it says the door is stuck
Yeah, it's like a little
in
door in
glass.
a way.
Maybe I can bust it open or something. Bust it. Right. Bottle mark that we got info. So there's 2 more bottles we need to find.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's head back upstairs and we got the combination to the lock.
I'd say the paper. Try 2 things.
Hmm?
Try the fire area, and try the oven, and try what else can you burn up or like use a scythe, anything with the paper.
Hmm. The blank page, right?
We can't get this fire jumping, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then check the next area,
Right?
which would be the oven.
In the kitchen?
Yeah.
Maybe we can... No. The oven, you say? Down there? No.
Is there any knobs or anything? Okay. I don't know how close you have to be to interact with the things, by the way.
I think it will notice right away, to be honest.
Okay.
Oh no, you were right. The stove top is clean. It'll probably work. Okay. What?
So you use the paper? Or?
Oh, there we go. Burner is on. Lol. This is a
Lol.
long shot, but maybe there's more to this page. The message up here. I can't believe that worked. Well, dear Josie. Alla, dear Josie, thank you for the lemon juice. This is my first time writing a secret message and I hope it works. Today I brought Bullard his weekly groceries and again he refused to pay. Uh, It's been over a month. He claims that he's broke, but I don't believe him. My family has bills to pay too. And he'd never send a white boy away without payment. I can't stand this. My mom listens to Dr. King on the radio nearly every week, and she says we've got to be vigilant but peaceful. But I'm tired of being peaceful. If somebody doesn't pay you for your work, I think you should take action. Next time I come around, Buller's going to pay his tab or we're going to have some words. Maybe more than words. Don't worry about me. So, I'll come prepared, Bobby.
So that's Bobby
Planning
working
to
for
confront Bullard. Yeah.
working for Bullard.
Got something more to burn? The burn is off. Nice.
Have we seen all the 5 suspects now then? Like some information with them?
I think so. Fuck, I don't want to go down there. So, yeah, I think so. Can check real quick to see what suspects we have. Profiles. So, this is the man who got killed, his ex-wife, woodcutter, the asshole, some dude, and some girl.
Okay. So right now our next lead is the combination lock then, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Feels stupid to go up there again. Or to even be in the house still.
Yeah.
You see? He was in the painting. You saw that? Hey, wait, this is the wrong room. The fuck am I going?
I don't know if I actually saw him.
The painting. It's
Yeah.
like that's the character there. Monkey glasses. Doesn't say anything. Though.
Oh yeah. Lol. It was just in front of me, I didn't even see it.
Find the door.
So you will kinda need a mask and the coat and stuff to not get seen or by the monster or something.
I have no idea. So left 20.
So the combination was part of one of the papers, right?
Hmm.
Oh, that's a combination up there then?
I think so.
Left 20.
There we go. Objectives. Open the safe. A lot of fucking papers. The Luna Dream apparatus, altering the brain to achieve permanent idiopathy by Harris Ballard and J. Herrera. Abstract. William Benjamin Carpenter's work describing the Carpenter's effect over a century ago continues to baffle physiologic.
Physiologist.
Today, we have struggled to understand the linkage between the conscious and the subconscious, uh, particularly the ways in which the subconscious mind seems to wield special knowledge of which the conscious mind is unaware. Our research attempts to give the conscious mind unfiltered access to all of the information stored in the subconscious by creating an artificial bridge between the two. We have done this in a rudimentary way with a set of lenses that refract light by tracking alterations in brain waves. As a more robust connection required permanent alteration of the brain. The lunar dream apparatus combines engineering, psychology, neuroscience, and a bit of uh, physics to create just such a connection, in order to give the subject some control over their own subconscious. We have chosen the moon as a mental word. After undergoing treatments in the lunar dream apparatus, the subject's conscious and subconscious are merged whenever a full moon is visible. This paper describes the construction of the apparatus, its function, the details of our research, and data recorded from our first test subject, co-author Josephine Herrera.
Just noticed we both read the first word wrong. It was actually psychologist.
Psychologist.
Yeah.
Ah. So weird words. Oh yeah, psychologist. Hmm? This must be what Woodcar was after, the Luna Dream apparatus. Martin Bros. Construction receipt. Note: installed steel siding and insulation per specification. Fan electrical for fans and evaporator under floor to connect to main line in basement. Compressor, evaporator, ion tank, and ventilation installed and tested. Replace standard door handle with locking variety per customer request. Lockers, like this way. Go. This is the only remaining. Fuck's sake. Okay, let's see. Joe, this is the only remaining copy of our research materials. I destroyed the rest. Take this and get out of here. After I'm gone, they'll turn this house upside down, looking for answers. Josie, I know about the secret room behind your wardrobe. If you've stashed anything there, you must get rid of it. I've already cleaned out the freezer. I'm counting on you. Take the files, destroy the machine, and get out of here, Harris. Secret. I'll search the basement freezer. Explore Josie's secret room. And there's another ball.
Yay!
Okay, one more.
We got 3 out of 4, yeah.
Very nice.
Awesome, yep.
Okay, so let's check out her wardrobe real quick. Hey, monkey. Ah, yeah. What were you up to?
What?
Well, Nikki, yes. Is that a bowl? What am I seeing? Fuck is this? Oh fuck, monkey. Oh, I can walk poke my head through the entire wall. Dear diary, I was thinking about that today. I finally got some confirmation from the insurance company, which fills in some blanks. Here's what I know so far. I went to war in 1940 with the Philippines. He had some minor injury and was discharged in 1944. He was the only member of his unit to survive, the rest having died in a submarine in 1946. His parents' home in Illinois burned down, and he turned up to collect the insurance payout. At least somebody did. He didn't have any other family, so it must have been him. But after that, I can't find any trace of him. Then in 1952, name Harris Ballard turns up in the footnotes of a research paper from Oakley College. Is his dad? If so, what was he doing in the years after the war? Maybe he went abroad. There are some inconsistencies. Dad studied physics, not neuroscience, and Dr. Harris Ballard of Oakley College seems to have a chemistry background. There couldn't have been two Harris Ballards at the U of C in the 1930s, could there? The scariest thing for me is that Dr. Ballard looks nothing like the one photo I have of my father. In the photo, his face looks different, and he's not so tall and skinny. Of course, he would have been younger, as the photo was taken before I was born, but maybe it's not that in the photo at all. I changed my major I changed my major to neuroscience and moved out here with one purpose: to figure out if Dr. Harris Ballard of Chaos is the man who promised to marry Mama in 1939. Uh, it's been 2 years. Well, it's been 2 years and I'm still not sure. I don't have the guts to ask him. What if I'm wrong? What will that make me? Hmm. It's a battery. I need yeah, battery. Objectives. Who is woodcutter? Calibrate the device. Search the basement. Freezer. Okay. Basement freezer. Good area. Got a letter from Herreras today. They are good parents, even if they aren't my real parents. They sent a letter to me at Dr. Ballard's address, which means they know I'm living here. I wonder if they are worried. The whole town seems to have decided that the only reason I'd stay here is that I'm sleeping with him. I don't care what the small-minded uh, um stuff. What did it say? Pumpkins? Pumpkins? Around here, I think. But I hope the Herreras aren't worried. Maybe soon I can tell them what I'm really up to. Also, Bobby Sawyer gave me another draft of his novel. It's really weird, but I think it's pretty good. I've been typing up his manuscripts on Dr. Ballard's typewriter. I'm fixing mistakes and making little edits as I go. When it's done, it's going to submit the typed version of the amazing stories or worlds of tomorrow. I hope they publish it. I don't know if magazines will ever look at work by a black author. I told them to use a pen name. Tomorrow we run the first live test of the lunar dream apparatus. Dr. Ballard doesn't think it's going to work the first time. I hope it does. I volunteered to be the first test subject. Maybe after the treatment I'll be able to understand what happened to Dad. Well, don't seem to be able to go any further in here. Further. And is there anyone by me?
So you got yourself at least a battery?
Mm-hmm. That we got. You. We need two. And we need one more bottle.
Yeah.
We
We're
can
gonna
put on the monkey glasses, see what's up.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I can't see anything.
Oh shit. The lightings are wicked up there.
Hmm. Check again just to be sure. Oh, this is dark. Okay, so what now?
Oh, so we entered her room. We got the third one.
Hmm.
Let's see.
So I don't think there's any room unexplored now. Really.
Yeah, we got the. Let me think. We have to.
Wait, I've seen this before. Yeah. Pretty sure this wasn't here the first time I came in. Somebody must have put it here. Woodcutter? Yeah, you've had some experience with these monkeys before, haven't you, Chico?
Yeah. Exact ones.
Yeah.
Use the monkey sight here as well.
Monkey sight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Do it. Monkey glasses. Monkey glasses. Can't see anything.
Okay.
I'm in over my head. Oh my god. Did we use the knob?
No.
Ah, another bottle. Nice. Okay. I got all
Nice.
4. Let's go and grab some
Some
birds.
weasels.
Yeah,
Each weasel.
bird as whistles from the bathtub.
Oh yeah, we managed to get it through. Good
Oh,
that you thought about it. Usually when I get stuck, I tend to check my items and
Mhm. I filled each bottle with a leech. Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah. I thought the door was open at first. Gonna soon need a break, I think. Motion
yeah.
sickness getting to me. But when it's getting, how do you say? I need to figure out the right order for these bottles.
Oh, okay.
Whatever Ballard was researching, he needed this thing to make it work correctly. Okay. Lightest first, he said.
Heaviest first.
Heaviest first, okay. I need to figure out the right order for these bottles. Yeah, well, let's start with A. Yeah, so C is heavier than A.
So
C is
C heavier
heavier
than
than E. So C is the heaviest.
A. Okay.
Losses. A heavier than E.
No, E heavier than A.
Oh yeah, it is. So first C, then E, then A, and last D. You remember this? C, E, A, D, right?
C E A D. Yeah, you're right.
C, E, A, D. C. Uh-huh. Fuck's sake. Yeah. C, A, C, E, A, D. Ah, fuck, I forgot it now.
C E A D.
I did it. The bottles are all in order. Now put them into the device. Oh, bam. I did it. I put them into the device. That's nice.
It makes me think of Rotface and Fistigat when you say I did it.
Did it. No, really.
I did it, Daddy.
That did it. Okay, so it's calibrated. And we got the battery. And we got the flashlight. Yeah. Oh, what do you think? I'll take a break and then we head down the basement later tonight, maybe? When it's dark in real life and more scary.
That will have to be after my raid, though.
Oh, yeah. When
That I
does
can
your raid?
watch.
When does your raid stop?
22 our time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I gotta take a break.
Yep. I think we did really good.
Aye, very nice. Thanks for watching. Just gonna manage to get everything here now. Right. Stop in the stream. See ya.